Okay, here we are together again. I'm in the Buick. I'm in my good work clothes, trying to not get them full of dog hair. I am going to pick up my brother to bring him to the airport, and it's in the middle of the work day. I had to go home, put my real car away, and go back and get the old Buick because he loves this old car. And it is kind of the joke that my brother Tim I only take him in the dog car. And he loves dogs, so he loves my dog Nigel, who is normally like right here in the car with me. Or he likes Rushko, my son's dog. So I am on my way. The funeral was yesterday. Everything went great. It was, I'm waving at the post office girl. That everything went great. That everyone was on time. No one was late for the funeral. We were in charge of carrying Michael to the funeral. So he arrived safely for his own funeral. It was lovely to see all of Michael's family come together and be bashful. So there comes this time at the end. So we've had the ceremony. Michael was Catholic, so we had a Catholic ceremony with just a private mass for our family, for Michael. So that means in a private mass that people come up from the family to speak at the lectern, which is the pulpit, and they say certain words, and we all, stand and sit and do all of the things. And it was the first time in all of my life, 100%, that I saw all three of my brothers just looking exceptional in a suit. Normally I see them in their free time. So they were all three grown up and just stunning. And now all of their children are nearly adults. So their children also had suits and ties and things like that. So it was lovely. It was lovely to see. So my brother that I'm going to get is an underwater welder. And when he was young, he was a really excellent swimmer, and he was on a swim team. And then something happened, and he was like not into it anymore, and became a teacher, so forth. But anyway, so he now he works on boats on the underneath part. And but what is interesting about him is that he has a streak. So he is also a runner. He's not a distance runner, but he is, meaning that he's not an ultra, but he's a good runner. He's a good runner. And so he'd been staying when his dad was sick. He'd been staying, and so he would run in the afternoon. And so he found all these little running spots. So when my other brothers came with their kids, Tim knew all the places to take the kids to take a ride, to take a walk. So they got to see, now they're all from California. They had never seen a lock and dam before. So it was fun to hear the kids kind of get the concept and get to see it. And in Minnesota, this is a wet season. And the last time that all the kids were here, they were maybe 4 years ago. It was also really wet that year. So this year, again, it is just exploding with green everywhere because there's been so much water, and anything that could grow is growing. And Minnesota has taken on the position of letting as many natural spaces be natural. So they are letting just natural prairie grass grow and trying to repopulate the pollinators so that they all have enough food to eat, instead of just mowing it down so that we can have nice trim boulevards and stuff. So we also have no mow May. So it is just let all the pollinators come up. Now, do we know if it works? We don't. But we are currently trying it, and I'm sure there are people testing it everywhere. So the kids just think that they're in Fern Gully here. It is vibrant and green and luscious, and oh, it's so magical. It's so magical. I live here, and I think it's magical. So that's my day. So what have I been doing? So I had an early morning 3-hour session with a pet clinic, and we are prepping to sell that clinic. And that was the big news today for me, is that I get to write a proposal to, start getting that clinic ready for sale. Now that's going to be one of the first big businesses where I got to be there on day one, got to watch her throughout that career, and now we get to close it out. And I have 2 big sales that'll come up here. One is on a pet clinic, and the other is on a family law firm. So I'm going to get to watch those get sold, and my clients walk away with big fat checks. So that's really fun. Then I had to go bring a check to the bank. Now this check that I had to bring, my mentor from college got me this job, this teaching job. And it is a teaching job I have now had for 25 years. And this mentor is someone that has believed in me my whole life. And she is just her name is Fran. And Fran, I owe so much of me being me to her being her. And so Fran is just a big deal to me. And she comes in as the board member for Head Start. Now she's on the National Head Start committee. But I have had this job, this teaching position, teaching for something called Project Secure now for 25 years. Fran comes in to write my check. And this time she just wrote a little heart next to it and wrote in tiny letters, "Hi." And it melts my heart. Every time, sometimes I hang on to the check for a couple of days because I was late when I went back to school. And we had a different life 30 years ago. But to be a student parent or an older parent or an alternate learner, I wasn't diagnosed with dyslexia until I got to college. And I wasn't diagnosed until I got to my math teacher. He goes, "Oh, hold on, I know what's up with you." And he had me diagnosed within maybe 2 days. So it explained a lot, but I had to really start to understand. It just changed my whole life to understand that I was someone that had a diagnosis. And it helped me just change my life. And his name is Dr. Camacho. And Dr. Camacho was a tutor, and I became a science tutor. And Fran wrote my checks for that because, of course, anybody with a big dream, you think you want to go to med school. And I went, no, I don't actually want to do that. I want to do something different. But I didn't know that something different until I was sitting in it, and that was sitting in finance. That if I was, and so now I became knowing that I'm a dyslexic. It gave me so many tools that I could actually find out by learning in a different way that I was actually great at economics, that I was really great at numbers, that I was really great at understanding how things worked, because I can solve complex word problems, but I struggle at remembering what 4 times 9 is, but I do know that answer. So it was just very interesting. So I got to go to the bank today, and today I brought Nigel, who is he's in just a couple months, he's going to be 2. So brought Nigel to the bank today, to the inside. Now he goes to the drive-thru a lot. So they handed him, he does not like their dog treats, but he wants the dog treat. but he does not want to eat it. He wants to know that he gets something there. So we went inside, and he did a very good job. He stood right where he was supposed to. He just did a very good job. So that was the second big thing that I had to get done today, was go to the bank on my lunch and part with the check with Fran's signature. And now I'm going to pick up my brother. So that is my life today. So I'll give my mom a hug and check out whatever she needs me to check out, because there's always a task list with Miss Karen. And yeah, so that's my day. There's always something to look at. There's always something to do. I have a full afternoon. So I thought I would just update you on what was going on, a day in the life. I have a proposal that I have to get ready for today. As a strategist, I do a lot of proposals, and I do a lot of proposals that require me to just say, hey, why don't you think about it this way? See if you like it. So I've had 4. I am the advisor to Minnesota Blockchain, which is a type of math, and so I had 4 proposals this week to kind of send to that organization on just other ways to partner, things like that. And then this afternoon I have an emergency call that I don't know what's going to happen on that. But yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day in Minnesota. I thought it was going to rain all day. It hasn't. And everything is green and lovely. And I will see you later. I'm almost to my mom's. So now you know, it takes 12 minutes to get across town. Bye.